I hope that this is my first and only video annual report for St. Christopher's. I so much would prefer if we were all gathered together in the parish hall on the 7th, but that is not to be, not this year. And so we will gather on Zoom, and in the nature of a Zoom meeting, we try to be as brief as possible. So Jane, Barb, and myself are offering these video reports as a way of expanding a little bit more than we're able to do at the annual meeting. But if you want to read a detailed look at our past year and our position as we go into 2021, I really strongly commend to you the written annual report that has also been sent out to you this week by email. As I look back on 2020, besides the adjectives of unprecedented and unexpected and all those things that we think about when we think about the past year, I think about three things that happened, three blessings that happened at St. Christopher's that I wasn't expecting as we entered January 2020. The first is that we really leaned into virtual tools to further our mission. And probably the way you most experience that is through worship. Thanks to Robert Rector for putting the effort and lots of people contributing to our virtual services on Sunday. But it really went beyond that. We started gathering in meetings and in small groups virtually, and that has led to all kinds of wonderful blessings. I've found that meetings virtually can be more efficient, and that virtual gatherings can actually bring a more and wider group together on a more frequent basis. And the bigger point, though, is that the mission of the church continued, even though we were strictly limited in our ability to gather. The second thing that happened is that our engagement took a new form as we moved through this pandemic. Our engagement levels, when you look at the numbers, are very similar to how they were when we were in person. Now, that's not to say that all the same people are engaging in the same ways. Some people don't like doing virtual worship on Sunday, and some people don't like doing virtual small groups, and so opted out of that. But what we saw is that new people came in, new people who hadn't participated in common grounds or hadn't participated in small groups came in as well. So we had the same level of engagement in adult education, adult formation, and in worship as we did in 2019, even though it was a different mix-up of how that happened and who that involved. And I was not expecting that, and feel very blessed that that's what happened. And the last thing is, I was not expecting to have to rely on the grace of this congregation as much as we have this year, and to have been as blessed in that. And I will speak for the whole staff and leadership in that, is that, churches are not known for changing easily and going with the flow. And we had to change. And we had to drop things, and we had to start things, and we had to do it without a whole lot of reflection and a whole lot of involving others in decision making and all of that. And what we met at most every corner was grace extended and love from this congregation. That even if people disagreed with what we did, they understood it, and they appreciated the time and effort that we put in to making something happen. And as someone who's had to make a lot of decisions this year and not always confident in what they were, I feel incredibly blessed to be supported by your grace and your prayers and held together in that. I think I know that as we look into 2021, that it's going to be a lot more like 2020 than it was like 2019. And I'm not sure how that's all going to look. But I know that we're going to have to call upon these same tools that got us through 2020 and the same grace that we extended and held with each other into this new year. And I'm confident that we have everything we need to do that. God bless.